So after about 6 months of doing that, not getting paid, I went to a contest at the Carolina West that KGFJ was advertising, a rap contest. And they didn't even know how that would turn out because it was the first time they were doing something like that. So the first week, everybody, they let the crowd choose by the loudness of the applause who they like. The first week, they chose me and this guy named DJ Tracy. We beat out everybody else, and it was so loud between me and him that they couldn't decide who would be a winner. So they decided, because the place was packed, they'd drag it out to the next week and say, well, we're going to have a runoff between Disco Daddy and DJ Tracy next weekend. So the next weekend, I decided to do one thing. They really liked DJ Tracy because he had the long hair, he was a light skin, he was a pretty boy, you know, at the time. And I said, I got to overcome that. The girls screamed real loud for him, in other words, you know. So I wrote a new line. I put at the end of my rap, I said, I'm going to involve the audience. One thing he didn't do was have any lines for any of the people to say. It was all about, I'm the this and I'm the that and I'm the so-and-so and all the sucker DJs and blah, blah, blah. And I was doing the same thing, basically. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of my rap, I wrote, well, if the party's over here and the party's over there, everybody in the house say, hell yeah. And the crowd just exploded. They were able to get into the rap. I learned something at that moment. You see what I'm saying? They were waiting. You know what I'm saying? For something where they could come, and that when they went right after that, I was finished because I went on second, and they say, okay, who's the winner this week? Is it DJ Tracy? And they shouted for him, but when they put the hand over the Disco Daddy, they exploded just like they did when I told them to say hell yeah. That right there helped me win the contest. That one line. It also taught me about audience involvement lines when you're writing songs for raps, and which from that moment on, I always, if you listen to any of my records, I have something for the party people to say, and I have party people in the record. You see what I'm saying? So that when you hear it, you're already in the club. You close your eyes, you bump it. You know what I'm saying? In a club, it takes on its own life, because it adds to the natural party sounds in the club, in the background of the record wherever I appear. So it just worked out, but it taught me something and helped me in my producing of myself later on. Anyway, this guy DJ Tracy, I won, and later on DJ Tracy changed his name to Ice-T. You know, so some of y'all might be familiar with that guy. So the early days of hip hop were really wondrous in the sense that you rubbed shoulders with people who were going the same direction, and some of us made it at levels that others didn't. But we're here to tell a story of those who helped start that didn't make it to the level of Ice-T later did. However, so anyway, right after the contest, a guy came up to me and he said, hi, my name is Duffy Hooks, and I'd like to take you in the studio, man. You know, that was really good what you just did, you know. And I said, damn, this is just like in Hollywood, you know, all the months that I've been doing this shit for free at all these clubs, this is why I quit my jobs in the hope that this would happen, and here it is happening. So it was really, that was one wondrous moment, just the fact that somebody walked up and really had the resources to take you in the studio and wanted to do it. Because again, 1980, it's expensive to go into a 24-track studio, you know, and there was no digital or anything, there was no synthesizers, they were available, but they were expensive, and most of the high-end musicians used them. After Duffy said he'd like to produce me, I went home and I said, well, now I got to write something. The Gigolo Dance was out in LA in 1980. And I said, okay, I'll write something called the Gigolo Groove so that I'm right on time with the Gigolo Dance craze. Historically, that's always worked out. So I started writing a tune, and in the meantime, Michael Mixon Moore had me appearing at the Magic Johnson's birthday party to do a rap for Magic Johnson. And I did the rap for Magic, and this cat walked up from the audience, and he was a young cat. He said, man, I can rap. And I said, damn, okay, are you good? He said, I think I am. So I was impressed by him. I said, well, come on over to the house, because I had been thinking, and you know, when you write a song, you got to memorize it. And rap songs happen to be very long. It's much easier to have two people who are good to take the weight off, and you're able to put on a better show with two people on the stage. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, there were no duo rap groups, but in my mind, I could see that there were advantages. You know what I'm saying? And plus, if he was good, that's a plus. He came over to the house. The man can write. Captain Rap could write. He impressed me with that. And he could deliver. You see what I'm saying? So I said, okay, we're going to do this. This is called Gigolo Groove. I'm going to introduce you to Duffy. And this is the project we're going to go into the studio and record. We only got about a week, so you got to take this home, take the track home, write your parts. We're going to put this to rehearse it, and then we're going to go in the studio and record it. That's how Disco Daddy and Captain Rap came about. We met at Magic Johnson's birthday party, and it was downtown LA. And we went ahead, we did the project with Duffy Hooks Jr. 2 days later, we took it to the radio spot. When we got it pressed, we took it to KGFJ, and it just so happened that J.B. Stone, who was the program director, was looking for a local group, to be in his Stay in School program, to take that he could tie the station into the younger crowd and use that hip-hop music to do that. And Magic Mike, who had went to college with, majored in broadcasting, we happened to be working at the station as an intern, brought the record in. And I found out later that Mike told JB, hey, this is Disco Daddy. I went with him. That's Disco Daddy, the guy that's the DJ out here, the club DJ. Everybody, they all knew me as this, but they didn't know I was rapping. So that impressed JB, because here I was local, I was everything he was looking for, and they started playing the record. You know what I mean? And he had the group he was looking for, got us involved in the Stay in School program. 2 days after we took it to the station, Tyrone Boogie Nelson called me at home and said, Mike, turn the radio on. And he turned the radio on, and Disco Daddy, Captain Rap, Gigolo Rap was coming up on KGFJ. They anointed us LA's official rap group, first official rap group, and we appeared at all of their functions, flippers, skating rinks, anything that they did. And their Stay in School program went around in the schools telling kids to stay in school. And that's how Disco Daddy and Captain Rap was born. And Duffy Hooks Jr., who was visionary, decided to make rap music his legacy, because his father had owned a gospel label and had produced Billie Holiday, Duffy Hooks Sr. And Duffy was convinced that this new music, this is where Duffy's vision was. Everybody at that time, 1980, 81, looked at rap as a fad. Just like a disco duck, a record that you make, and a few people make them and then it fades away quickly. Nobody actually thought rap was going to evolve into an art form and get as big as it was now. Even the people involved, we were just out to make some money off the new thing that we knew that we could do, and it was fun. It was a new kind of music. It felt nice to be part of something that was brand new and exciting. You didn't have to be able to sing like Luther Vandross